Leyline High, the children's TV show everyone remembers.
Join us, Gemma,
Thomas,
And Susan,
as we take you back to a simpler time.
relive the leyline lows and leyline highs of the 70s,
80s.
90s and beyond.
Leyline High Rewind. You remember?
Of course you do.
Sorry, that was me.
Visit leylinehigh.com or just search Leyline High Rewind wherever you get your podcasts.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, Shelley, you're still holding back. You're not giving yourself to the salsa.
I'm sorry, Ronaldo. I'm sorry. It's just hard with the kids and Gary at home waiting for his dinner and Mrs. Thatcher and everything.
In this room, none of those things exist. In this room, there is only you and me and the salsa.
Oh, Ronaldo.
Do you feel it? Can you feel the salsa flowing through you, taking over your body?
I can feel the hot Mexican sun on my skin.
Let it in, Shelley. Let the salsa control you.
I'm ready, Ronaldo. I'm ready for salsa.
Good. Then chop the rest of them tomatoes and squeeze a bit of lemon in there and all. Because it's Crowley time.
Oh, my God.
Hello, and welcome to Crowley Time with me, Tom Crowley. With me, Tom Crowley. You'll have probably noticed that the title of this episode is Evil, and you might now be thinking, just what sort of evil is Tom Crowley, talking about? Does he mean evil like leaving your car parked in front of someone's driveway all day, boxing them in so they can't get to Parliament in time to vote in favour of gay marriage? Does he mean evil like going into a communal fridge, finding the most obscure and clearly labelled food item left in there by a colleague, for example a sandwich that's been specially made to accommodate someone who is allergic to gluten, nuts, dairy products and leaves, and with a sticker on it that says Tony, then eating said sandwich even though it tastes horrible and you are not Tony, then lying to Tony later and saying that you didn't eat it and frankly you're disgusted at the accusation? Does he mean evil like Simon Cowell? Well, no, I don't mean any of those mundane types of evil. I'm talking about good old-fashioned moustache-twirling, laying waste to humanity, fire and brimstone evil. Because as many of you may have noticed, it's back in fashion. I'm not a religious person, but I was raised in the Church of England, or Diet Christianity as it's known today, and a concept that has always stayed with me is that of the adversary. Usually used to refer to the devil, the Antichrist, but more generally some very real, physical, literal force that is always out there, working against the people of the earth, tempting them into obeying only their worst, most craven instincts, and in doing so destroying themselves and everyone around them. If there is such a thing, if humanity does face a true biblical adversary, then its agents on Earth seem almost insultingly easy to spot. Among them are most definitely a very powerful man in America, who I'm not going to name because I'd like to be allowed to go there someday, and another very powerful man in Russia, who I'm not going to name because I like not being poisoned to death. Not Nigel Farage, though, he's too pathetic to be evil. He's more like Evil's little cheerleader, Evil's shrimpy friend whose voice hasn't broken yet, who hangs out with Evil and laughs at Evil's jokes because it's the best way to avoid being beaten up by Evil, and sometimes you get a cut of the money that Evil stole from the asthmatic kid. The question I have is, with evil so visible around us, what are we fans of not evil supposed to do? There is a frequently misattributed quote of unknown origin that states that for evil to triumph, it is only necessary that good people become so incompetent, humorless and condescending that evil seems super cool and fun by comparison. And while we good, humane people do our best to try to lead by cool, fun, sexy example, we are, after all, only individual human beings, limited in our reach and influence. Is there more that we can each do? Does the responsibility of saving the earth lie with us ordinary people after all? Is the path to the salvation of humanity within our ken, or indeed our Barbie? I'm a skipper. Let's all have a think about wickedness, both the evil kind and the rad kind, as we wade waist high in this malign episode. Can I help you, miss?
Yes, I'll take a latte to go.
Anything to eat?
No, thank you.
Those Danishes look good.
Actually, I'll take a Danish.
Coming right up.
Whoa, that was like magic. How did that happen? Well, it might be simpler than you think. Hey there, ho there, shit stains. That's right, it's your old pal Mike Shinbone from Shinbone Entrepreneurials. And oh boy, do I have a new marketing concept for you. You see, an old girlfriend of mine, well, not a girlfriend as such, more the only window attendant at Social Security who never got me thrown out. And not Social Security as such, more the only loan shark in the state with a no-kill policy. Anyway, Candy, I think she was called, Candy once said to me that my salesmanship technique needed some work. Once I had recovered from the rage blackout and apologized to the cop whose gun I had stolen and the parkkeeper whose swans I had assassinated, I took the bus back to the underpass and asked her what she meant. She told me that people don't appreciate the hard sell, being told what to do and what to buy, and that perhaps I should try a softer approach. That's when it hit me. A whole new concept in street-level sales. I call it the Shin Street Bone Team. Whatever your business, I can help. Simply pay me a nominal fee in cash, stash, or mash. That's right, I will work for Mashed Swede, and I will arrive in person to pose as an ordinary customer and offer undetectable subliminal suggestions to your patrons. Here are some recent examples.
I'll just take the basic adapter.
Oh, that's the one my cousin had. The one who died in that fire.
Actually, how much was the deluxe model?
I'll just take a plain cheese on white bread.
Hey, Freddy, check this out. Says in the paper that iron deficiency can lead to something called chronic ultraflatulence syndrome.
Make that a large steak baguette.
No, I don't need purchasing insurance.
You know what? I heard the last guy who didn't get purchasing insurance got his ass handed to him in the parking lot.
Premium coverage, please.
See how simple it is? All you need is a secret salesman with subtle skills. Or the SSSS method. I initially just called it the secret salesman method, but then my ma pointed out that the initials may prove unpopular. Or way too popular with the wrong type of client, if you get my meaning. And besides, I don't take government contracts. Hire me, Mike Shinbone of the Shin Street Bone Team, and I will stand close to your unsuspecting customers and make them do stuff you want them to do. Nothing personal, though. I ain't looking to get me too'd. Besides, I ain't no magician, you know what I mean? Look at yourself. That's the Shin Street Bone Team. Buy one day a store lurking and get a free afternoon of pretend phone calls on the sidewalk outside, free of charge. Yeah, I'm telling you, Ma, they got rid of all the larger parasites. Their latest hygiene inspection got an F. No, Ma, that stands for fundamentally okay. Excuse me, are you alright? That's not a phone, it's a shoe. What's the matter? You too good to make a call on a shoe all of a sudden? You think you're better than me? Get away from me! Help! Someone! Come back here and say that to my shoe, you goddamn yuppie phone call cop! The Shin Street Bone Team. Don't forget, it doesn't always end in violence.
Oh, Mike, that's not exactly advancing the cause of good, is it? Though they do say there can be no ethical consumption under capitalism, don't they? Except, of course, for joining the Crowley Time Patreon, patreon.com/Crowley Time, for hours of bonus content and the satisfaction of supporting the world's greatest sketch and character comedy podcast. But what's your perspective on all this? What do you listeners think? Let's check the answer phone and see if any of you at home have weighed in. Hello, this is Crowley Time with me, Tom Crowley, Tom Crowley. We can't take your call at the moment. Please leave your message after the tone.
Personally, I'm sick of all this political stuff getting into my entertainment. Keep politics out of it, I say. When I watch telly, I like every character in it to be a sort of vague, grey blob with no distinguishing characteristics, with names like police detective and gang member and bystander. And I like the world around them to be a featureless white void, with no infrastructure that I might have to imagine has been paid for with the politically targeted money of taxpayers. If police detective drives a car along a road that has to be maintained and serviced by the politically charged hand of public spending, then my enjoyment of the programme is completely destroyed. Next they're saying there's going to be an episode where police detective gets partnered up with a new partner called police partner, who's a grey blob that's slightly shorter than police detective and has a slightly higher voice. Another fine programme ruined by woke.
Well, it's good to get all the perspectives available. And of course, the media we consume has a huge impact on how we see the world. Something that I can't help but find a little bit scary is how much of the time children today are going to unregulated media online for their entertainment. No more safe, cuddly children's television, only exposing them to troubling or frightening concepts in a responsible context or when it's really funny. Now the kids go online and just see whatever the algorithm hands them. In fact, I'm going to have a look right now. Let's imagine I'm a young person, innocently logging onto YouTube for some casual entertainment. What gets shoved unbidden into my face?
Alright kids, how's it going? Skelenora Profanicata here, voted television personality most likely to need an exorcism 2024 by the Catholic Times. Now, you might be wondering what I'm doing here on YouTube, giving away nasty frights for free, when I usually do it for top dollar on my phone line, or on the telly. Well, Waynes, you can tell your dad not to worry. You'll not be getting anything on here that he's getting on my OnlyFans, so you should feel free to keep up his monthly payments. I've heard it's the only thing he can keep up these days anyway. No, doing the YouTube thing is an entirely separate concern that I've decided to embark upon because I want to give something back to all the little creeps out there. And because my wages are through the crypt flare ever since the arsehole dropped out of broadcast telly, and it's either this or go back to working as a full-time Jack the Ripper victim at the dungeons. So, what's the most lucrative avenue a girl can explore in the old digital publishing racket? That's right, YouTube for kids. Are you a parent who can't be arsed looking at your kids anymore? Stick them in front of a computer tablet with an infinite playlist scrolling on and on, hypnotising the little shite into staying quiet, and slowly, inexorably turning their impressionable little brains to wet garbage. And do it with me, Skelenora Profanicata.
Hey, don't forget me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce my friend, Scully the Skeleton. He's been my best pal for ages. 'Cause after all, he's got nae body else to hang out with.
That's a cheap shot for a lassie who's got nothing better to do than film a load of crap for children in her spare bedroom.
Oh, Scully, you're a bloody nuisance. Anyway, we've got to do something that vaguely resembles content, or the kids might start greeting and alert their parents.
I know. How about we sing a song?
Yeah, that's the sort of shite. What songs do you know, Scully?
I know one about a young lady from Clydebank.
I know you do, and we'll no be singing it to Wayne's, 'cause we'll have the police on us, won't we?
Alright. You know, you're no fun anymore. I remember when we first met in the churchyard. You were flinging dead ravens at the gravediggers. I was leaping out at the priest and making him foul his cassock. Now look at us.
Aye, now look at us. I've got a clean pair of knickers for each day of the week, and you're living in a cupboard, no the ditch where the groundskeeper does his jobbies when he's caught off guard. So shut your mouth complaining.
Aye, you've got a point there. How about I sing some of my favourite songs for the hit parade?
Like what?
Well, there's Bone, Femur and Rhapsody by Queen, Rock Around the Coccyx by Bill Haley, or Always on My Mind by Elvis Presley.
Hang on, what's skeleton related about that one?
Well, he must be a skeleton by now.
Now, come on, Scully. That's no appropriate comedy for the young'uns.
Oh, they can handle it. They've all seen worse by now, with all the snuff films on their TikToks and all that.
Their TikToks? For Christ's sake, Scully, you sound like my granny.
Well, guess a break. I've been dead 160 years.
Well, regardless, you want to keep ahead in the entertainment game. You've got to adapt to the rapidly evolving media landscape.
Rapidly evolving media landscape? Listen to you. The Skelenora I first met would have stabbed a guy for saying something like that.
Would you hold your wisht, you manky old skeleton? I'm trying to think of something wholesome we can do between now and the gambling advert starting.
What about singing the alphabet? That's always good for keeping kids busy for 12 seconds.
Perfect. Right, you got your drum kit there.
Aye, locked and loaded.
Right, I'll take the vocals. You count me in.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Right. Did you sing along, kids?
If you did, guaranteed your parents are looking through the yellow pages for ADHD medication by post the new.
Okay, I'm out of ideas. Apparently we've still got to fill the next 20 seconds with something before the advert comes on.
Just do what all the other kids' channels do and put on some AI stuff.
Good thinking. Right-o then, kids. Get ready to meet Fluffy, your AI-generated teddy bear pal, to surprise, delight and traumatise. We're off to the pub.
I'll have a pale ale.
Well, they don't come much paler than you.
You give me a run for my money.
Ah, shut it, you old corpse.
Hello, kids. I'm Fluffy, the AI-generated teddy bear friend. Let's learn some fun songs together. Then later, I can climb into your bed and we can sing them together forever and ever and ever and ever. Ad break.
Hey kids, do you know your parent or guardian's phone passcode? If so, download Plattybet today, the new instant gambling app from the Platinum Swan Casino Didcot, the only app that offers online roulette, blackjack, and a built-in marketplace for selling your car or your house. And how do we get around those pesky gambling regulations? Our servers are installed in decommissioned Soviet submarines deep beneath international waters. So regulators, if you want to prosecute us, you're going to need some pretty sophisticated sonar equipment. Oh my god, oh my sweet savouries. I must be getting old, because if I watched one more second of that, I think my head might have exploded. That was like being in the dressing room at the Eurovision Song Contest. Too much stimulation. No wonder all the kids today smoke vapes. I need a drag right now. Maybe a Xanax, or some lovely gambling. No. I'm pretty sure some of that was evil, but I'm so confused now, I'm not sure. Maybe that's the truth of it. For evil to triumph, it is only necessary that good people get so confused they don't know what evil is anymore. I need to get my feet back on the ground. What are the callers saying?
I would certainly not consider myself to be evil. When I discipline my serving staff, I use an old slipper with a heel that has become softened. When I hunt endangered elephants, I fire a warning shot above their heads first, because when they're running, they're harder to hit, and that makes it more exciting. When I'm fracking underneath Yellowstone National Park, I offset my carbon emissions by using a non-electric toothbrush. Are these the actions of an evil man? I think not.
Maybe giving the people a platform was a mistake. Yes, can I help you?
Nope, not me, pal.
Fine. Something the matter?
What makes you say that?
Well, you're standing very close.
Oh, my apologies.
Okay, fine, have the table. I don't care. I didn't want to savor my coffee in peace anyway. I'd rather suck it right down and be on my way.
Oh, that is so kind, thank you. Hey, yo, lady, this table just became available.
What?
Whoa, did you see that? It seems like some kind of feat of illusion, but really, it's just another service available from the Shin Street Bone team. Table looming. Are you running a small refreshment business that needs fast turnaround to keep the profits healthy? Well, call today, and one of our operatives, me until further expansion, will spend all day standing awkwardly close to anyone taking up space in your dining area. I'll do exteriors, interiors, hell, I'll even do something in between, like a covered terrace or a roof garden. I don't care who they are. Some jack-off writing his novel, old friends catching up, even a family get-together to break bad news.
Here's your tea, Mom. Thank you. Well, honey, it's your father. The doctors say this is it now. He isn't going to get better.
Boy, these knee injuries really stick around, huh?
Oh, forget it.
You gotta keep business moving. I got nowhere better to be all day. It just makes sense. So call the Shin Street Bone team today. Proudly celebrating 1 week since our last fight on the job. Our last physical fight. That we didn't win. Listen, just call, okay? Sheesh.
Oh, hello, sir.
Hello, Savloy. Taking good care of the sorting room, I trust.
That's the postmaster's duty, sir.
Great. So we've established that you're the postmaster and your name is Savloy.
Yes, we have.
Thank you. It's just that they say that every episode of a podcast could be someone's first, so you have to do a certain amount of housekeeping just in case.
No, I get it. And your name is Tom Crowley. With you, Tom Crowley.
Yeah, I think they've got that bit. Anyway, Savaloy, I'm all in a tizzy, I am.
What is it, sir? Your portfolio of adult Velcro shoes investments still not making a return?
No, it's not that. Although I still don't get it. They're easier than laces and they make such a great noise.
I know.
But no, it's just I'm trying to get to grips with the causes of the global rise of evil and how it might be combated.
Oh, yes.
Yes, do you have any ideas?
Oh, you know me, sir. I'm just a humble postal worker, gently undermining the capitalist superstructure in my own little ways until it collapses under the weight of its own corruption and the workers can assemble in the dust and finally construct the great socialist utopia.
It's taking a while, isn't it?
Not half. I've been waiting since 1953.
How old are you, Savoy?
Wouldn't worry about that too much. More importantly, sir, after all that heavy thinking about good and evil and all that carry on, wouldn't you like to have a read of some of the listeners' letters as a palate cleanser?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, let's have a look here. I'll just bring some of them up here on the touchscreen wall. The touchscreen wall here, that's the main feature of the sorting room here at Crowley Towers.
Now that is good housekeeping.
Thank you. There we are.
So, this first one is from Tane, who writes simply, Mike Shinbone is truly an inspirational character. Thank you. Well, Tane, that's very good of you to say. I'll let Mike know. Let's see. Yeah.
Hello?
Mike, hi, it's Tom.
Let me guess, one of your airhead listeners is in love with me or something.
Well, I wouldn't put it quite
Well,
like...
tell him to get in line and book one of the fine services available from the Shin Street Bone...
Mike's very grateful for your kind words too, Tane. Thanks for writing in. Next up we have Daniela, who writes, Dear Tom, I've been listening to your podcast for a couple of years, and I especially appreciate its company while waiting for the bus in the rain, but really, it's great in any circumstance. Lately, I've gotten into Wooden Overcoats and Victoriosity, and I've thoroughly enjoyed both of them. Thank you for recommending them a few episodes ago. Please tell Savoy his efforts are appreciated, and if possible, give him a sandwich. He hasn't been fed in a while. Daniela from Italy. Well, I'm glad to hear that the podcast is of assistance in those rainy times, Daniela, and that you took my word and listened to Wooden Overcoats and Victoriosity. Two other fine shows marked out as truly exceptional by dint of the fact that they feature me. Surely I've done enough to convince you to seek them out, listeners. After all, if you like this show but you haven't yet listened to Wooden Overcoats or Victoriosity, you're doing yourself out of a heck of a good time.
Ahem, I believe there also was mention of such a thing as a sandwich, sir.
There's loose lunch meat on a plate in the kitchen. Surely that's enough.
Well, it doesn't quite have the handy portability of...
The next letter is from Ivy, who writes, Dear Mr. Crowley, I hope this letter finds you as well as one can find a self-employed comedy writer. Don't start, Ivy. As a student and avid pursuer of mathematics, I often find myself pondering the greatest mysteries that our world has to offer. It should no doubt be a logical extension that in my pursuit of knowledge, I ought to solicit advice from the renowned font of wisdom and knowledge that is Crowley time with me, Tom Crowley, with you, Tom Crowley. That's me, Tom Crowley. After much thought on the matter, I've condensed the countless questions of the cosmos into the following, in the hopes of shedding light on the truth. Will the audio minnows ever dominate the globe? Does the drama parlour have an adjoining drama foyer and kitchenette? Will Liam Neeson's family ever be safe from international terrorism? Will Wingnut ever become a 6-year-old boy? Answers to these questions would no doubt further human progress to places beyond our imagination, and possibly awaken an eldritch beast named Fred, with a vague sense of existential terror and childlike wonder, Ivy Acker. Well, it sounds like you're grappling with a lot of the same issues that I am, Ivy, and you've asked some pretty important questions. To try to address them in order, no, yes, no, don't think about it too hard. Hope that helps, Ivy. And
I believe there is a P.S. there, sir.
Yes. P.S. I've also enclosed a bacon sandwich laced with a hefty dose of emu tranquilizers for Postmaster Savoy as a bribe to ensure my letter receives priority and to help him pass the time while locked in the mailroom. Again with the sandwiches, what is it with people?
Yes, sir, so let's quit the chatter and get a look at that lovely bacon sandwich now, please.
How long has this been sitting in here, Savoy?
Let's not trouble ourselves about that, sir. Just pass over that lovely crispy bacon sandwich.
It's gone quite curly. Very curly, in fact. It's rolled up into a tube. A green tube.
Don't tease me any longer, sir. Let's have that lovely piggy bread snack over here right away, if you please.
Well, if you're sure.
Quite lovely. All the fun of bacon with the convenience of bread.
Bloody hell, that was a sight to behold. Are you feeling all right after that?
Oh, sir, it's far from the oldest sandwich I've ever eaten.
No, I more meant because of all the emu tranquilizers in there.
Oh, that. Well, the way I see it...
oh dear. Off he goes to dreamland. Well, for the insight and thorough research that went into your questions, Ivy, and for granting Savaloy a bit of rest and bacon, I'm awarding you Letter of the Episode! And as Letter of the Episode! You get a free Crowley Time t-shirt which will be winging its way to you shortly. And all the letters featured in the show get a free digital download of its soundtrack album, Discount Bin. So if you heard yours read out, keep an eye on your inboxes. And if you've got any questions or comments you'd like to post to me or any of the team here at Crowley Time, remember you can send them to crowleytimepodcast@gmail.com. That's
crowleytimepodcast@gmail.com, the new.
And you never know, you might be Letter of the Episode! Thanks, Savaloy. I do feel refreshed after reading those. But even after all of that sweet, sweet praise that I crave so much, and even after Ivy's insightful questions, I still don't understand any more about it. Oh yes, tranquilizer bacon. Well, let's leave him to it, shall we, listeners? I suppose I'm not going to find any answers in there. No, you know what? Enough messing around. My grandmother always used to say, you don't talk to the monkey, you talk to the sinister government agency genetically engineering super-intelligent monkey soldiers. I'm going straight to the source. I'll just look it up on my phone here. Oh, God, it's so hard to find an actual contact number for businesses these days. Right, yeah, here we are. The website for Hell, yes. Use Hell's handy online chatbot. Yeah, pull the other one, mate. Frequently screamed questions. Your inquiry might be answered below. Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? What are you going to do with that angry crab? No. Aha! Here we go. Right at the bottom of the page, of course. An actual number, thank God. Or not, as the case may be. Anyway, 666 6666 666 6.
You have reached Hell. This call may be recorded for cruelty and flaying purposes.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hello, who am I speaking to, sorry?
My name's Bleg, I'm a demon operative in the customer services department.
Bleg?
That's right, sir. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about evil lately.
Marvellous, sir. We're always looking for new converts. Just give me your home address and we'll send a starter pack right away.
No.
We'll also share your details with a number of local sex offenders, but that's just our way, I'm afraid.
No. I don't want to join. I just had some questions about the nature of evil.
Oh, right. Well, I'll answer any that I can. Before I go any further, though, sir, I have to ask a security question.
All right.
Were you baptised?
Yes, I was.
All right. You are the filthy whoreson piglet of God's fetid barnyard. May you rot in infamy and disgrace and never know peace, cattle of Christ.
You finished?
Yes, that's all. Thank you, sir.
Great. Well, I was just wondering why evil's been doing so well recently. Why it's having its real comeback moment.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, everyone from every generation thinks that everything's worse than ever before and that everything's heading in the wrong direction and that you humans are all inescapably doomed. What's really going on is that communications improve with each generation that goes by. You've just got higher fidelity rolling news, not to mention social media, instant messaging and so on. Put that together with humanity's tendency to catastrophize and focus on the negative and construct narratives, and you've got the end of the world scrolling round the clock, somehow getting worse all the time, like that audio illusion where the note seems to be getting higher and higher. In reality, it's no worse than ever before.
Oh, so really, everything's not so bad?
Oh no, everything's really bad everywhere, and it always was. It's just that you're hearing about it more.
Oh.
Think about it. If there was a disease or a small war ravaging an area of South America in the 1850s, you probably wouldn't even hear about it, so you wouldn't have given a toss. But you probably would have been hearing about tensions between France and Russia around the blockade of the port of Piraeus, and you'd be thinking it was the end of all things. You're very reliable.
Right.
And that works out very well for us, actually.
Does it?
Oh, yes. The more hopeless humanity feels, the easier it is to tempt you lot into despair and nihilism, so more people do more bad things because they've stopped caring, and fewer people try to do anything good because what's the point? We call it the Bogless paradigm.
Oh. So We're a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're just going to keep believing that nothing's salvageable and everything's getting worse, so the net result will be just that everything stays generally quite bad.
Bullseye.
Is there no hope?
Afraid that's not my department, sir. My jurisdiction is limited to the corruption of the innocent and general brutality. Would you like to be brutalised today?
No, thank you.
All right, sir. Now, if there's nothing else, could I ask you to fill out a short survey today?
Yeah, all right.
Excellent. Now, how hopeless about the future would you say you feel right now, sir, on a scale of very hopeful to utterly despondent?
Put fairly despondent.
Fairly despondent. Lovely. And how satisfactory were my answers to your questions about the fate of mankind on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being not at all satisfactory, 10 being I feel like I want to stick my head into a jet engine.
Put jet engine.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that. Will there be anything else today?
No, that's everything.
Well, thanks for calling, and you have a cursed day now.
Right. Well, that clears things up a bit. I think I'll have a drink. Well, it's happening all over. That's what Amelia said. At her work, they cut half the jobs in her department.
Oh, that's awful. How can they do that?
They just put it down to efficiency or whatever.
They ought to ban this AI stuff. It's not right, taking people's jobs away.
That's right. Yeah, she never had such an easy time. Yeah, I'm telling you, my ma just asked ChatGPT to write a letter of complaint for her, and boom, all of a sudden she gets a pension payment through, no problem. Yeah, she's never been too good at expressing herself on paper, my ma, but now AI means she has the perfect little helper, and she's never been happier or more independent. Yeah, I know, that's what I said. So anyway, you were saying, sorry about your dad.
Sarah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I don't know a lot about it. Can we change the subject?
Okay.
Wow, how about that? Unbelievable. Well, believe it, because it's easy as pie with the Shin Street Bone team and our new second-hand opinion service. Does your business use some shady employment practices, unethically sourced materials, or ruthless profit-making strategies? Then simply call us, and I will hang around various places having fake conversations where I make up red-hot bullcrap that excuses all the wrong-as-hell shit that you do to make too much money. Just listen to this. Hey, look, there's a sale on. Oh, I never shop there. Why not?
All their clothes are made in sweatshops in the Far East. You might as well stick a kid's hand in a sewing machine yourself.
Oh boy, I never knew that. It's amazing. And the really incredible thing is their gross domestic product is on the rise now, which means they're more entitled to international loans for developing the country's infrastructure. Yeah, kids going out to work, it ain't really right, but for most of these families, these are the only jobs going. Without the sweatshops, they'd starve.
Hey, can we get out of here?
What? Why?
Because that guy keeps looking over at us. And he's talking into a shoe.
Oh, what? You think you're better than me?
Security!
Yeah, sometimes it can be grueling work, and sure, I feel pretty dirty while I'm doing it. And no, I have no illusions that I'm working for the soulless scumholes that are gradually by inches wearing human society down to a raw, bloody stump. And no, I also can't remember what it feels like to be deserving of another person's love. But this is late capitalist society here, and if I don't keep up the repayments on my latest loan, Candy tells me that just because they have a no-kill policy doesn't mean they won't non-fatally remove a heck of a lot of your body in lieu. So somebody call, for Christ's sakes! Someone out there must be a big enough piece of shit to hire an able-bodied American citizen to go around making excuses for genuine, honest-to-goodness monstrosities that will one day destroy us all. Come on, if you're gonna suck us all dry of everything that's good and holy, at least throw a little change to a desperate schmuck who's prepared to endorse it. Christ almighty! What happened to me? What the hell happened to Maggie Shinbone's little boy? Lord have mercy on my filthy, pathetic soul. So call Shin Street Bone Team and book one of our fine pop-up services today. If nothing else, it will hold back the day when I will finally go full Luigi. As in, get a green hat and a vacuum cleaner and visit a haunted house. Yeah.
Hello, just wanted to say thanks for giving me the opportunity to have my say here on the show, because I think I am evil. I'm the man who perfected the technology that makes it so that every time you tear off a piece of kitchen roll, you rip the bottom, leaving a little tag hanging off the rest of the roll. It's only a little thing, but I like to think it's pure evil in its way. You're welcome.
I say, That was a close one, eh, chaps? Oh, the whole temple came crashing down. The very moment you removed that ornate oil lamp from its plinth, Carruthers. Oh, I suppose it was. I only picked it up to take a look. You don't imagine someone built that whole enormous temple just to house this one treasure, do you? It's not even that nice a lamp. Yes, well, my mother has a lamp very like this in her drawing room, and she's a woman of great taste, I'll have you know, so you can button it right now, actually. Well, you know what your mother can do with her lamp. How dare. All right, you two. Jeez. We ought to be grateful we got out of there alive. And here you two are bickering like a pair of choir boys fighting over a whacking magazine. You're right. I apologise, O'Shaughnessy. It's just the adrenaline, I suppose. Yeah, my blood's up too. Sorry for going off at you. But look, what can be so important about this little lamp that they bring it all the way into the jungle and hide it in a massive temple? Well, who knows? Oh, look, there's a bit of sooty smudge on it. That won't do. Give me a moment, I'll just... and give it a quick rub with the cuff of my jacket. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, saints preserve us!
Oh, hello. Who disturbs me from my eons of slumber?
I suppose I do, oh spirit.
Oi, I'm not a spirit, I'm a genie.
A genie? Oh genie, then.
I do have a name, you know. It's Dave.
Greetings, oh... Dave.
Hiya.
Carruthers, look what you've done, man. You've unleashed this unholy beast.
All right, sunshine, you're no oil painting yourself, you know.
Hey, I've just nearly had a big stone temple fall on me. I'm sorry if I'm not exactly catwalk ready. You can't go exploring ancient ruins in a ball gown, you know.
But you can wear those spike-heeled thigh-high leather boots.
You mind your own bloody business.
All right, no offence, to each their own.
What do you want with us, Dave? Is this a three wishes type of situation?
Oh, sorry, I'm so new to this. Give me a minute.
New to this? Surely that lamp was thousands of years old.
Oh, yes, but nobody's ever rubbed it before. The locals hid it really well.
I suppose they must have done.
Anyway, shut up. Let me get on with it. Cower, mortals. I am the genie of the lamp. Your name here. I am the genie of the lamp. Dave! Oh. And for freeing me, yep, looks like you are granted 3 wishes.
Not bad. Oh, rather. Is that 3 wishes each or 3 wishes between us?
Well, it doesn't say. Let's say 3 between you, 1 each.
I hoped it'd be the other one. Yes. Well, not to worry. I'll go first.
But wait.
Okay.
Be careful what you wish for each wish granted bears with it a terrible, ironic curse as well.
Ah, I see. I've heard of that type of thing. Still, I'm ready.
Speak, mortal.
I'd like to wish for 3 more wishes.
Granted.
Oh, what? You can't. Isn't there some sort of rule against that?
Says who?
Yeah, says who? Surely, whoever put you in there?
What, Mr. Stemple?
Who the blasted hell is Mr. Stemple?
He's my boss. Sorry, did you want to make a wish, or did you want to stand around in the jungle all day listening to my employment history? I ran the weather in Northumberland for a few decades. Do you want to hear about that?
I'd like 3 more wishes as well, Dave.
No, now that you mention it, I think Mr. Stemple did say something about some boring old rule about that. No extra wishes for anyone.
Ah, unfair. Nice one, Carruthers. Leave me alone.
No. Look, let's just start again. You, make a wish, come on.
Oh, me?
But remember, terrible, ironic curse, etc., etc.
Careful, Carruthers.
Don't leave any room for misinterpretation.
I'd like to have £1 billion sterling for me to have tax-free.
Granted.
Oh my goodness, there it is! Just right there, in a big sack! Oh, I'm rich! Look, boys, I'm rich!
But don't forget terrible ironic punishment.
Oh, yes.
So as well as the £1 billion, you've also got AIDS.
What?
Yeah, ironic, eh?
That's not ironic at all. Having AIDS is nothing to do with having a big bag of money.
Takes the shine off it, though, doesn't it?
Well, yes, a bit.
There you are, then. Right, you, what do you want?
Well, now I'm not sure.
No, come on, it's all just part of the deal. Get your wish, get an ironic curse.
Right, okay. Well...
Come on, I've got some super noodles on the boil indoors.
Okay, well, I'd like, world peace. Ha! There.
I don't want anything for myself. I just want consequence-free, total, permanent world peace. No more wars, all the nasty leaders all turn nice, everyone agrees to live together peacefully, all wars and conflicts, big and small, over forever. World peace. That's what I want.
Granted.
Did anything happen? I don't know. I suppose I feel a bit more harmonious. Like, carefree. I just feel a bit tired.
But as an ironic curse to sort of undermine the pure perfectness of this new world of peace, you also...
Here we go.
...have AIDS.
Oh, come on! Well, that's... hang on. One person getting £1 billion and getting AIDS in exchange seems quite tough. But world peace for everyone, all over the planet, in exchange for one person having AIDS, that seems like quite a small price to pay when you think about it. Yeah, now you mention it. I guess I'm some sort of hero making a brave sacrifice, but you're just some rich guy with AIDS. Yes.
Well, let me have a look. Maybe there's something worse than AIDS I can give you.
No, that's fine. Let's just leave it at AIDS. I'm just saying it's not a very equitable system.
Yes, whatever. Submit it in writing to 534 Someone Who Cares Street.
Well.
Right, last one. Chop, chop.
I'm all right, thanks.
No, let's go. Wish time.
Come on, O'Shaughnessy. No, honestly, give one of these two an extra one on me. I'm not bothered. It's not even that bad anymore, you know. People live completely normal, healthy lives these days. All the same, no thanks. You're fine.
Oh, well. Suppose I'll just have to have you all torn apart by wild dogs in hell, then.
No! You rotter. What? That's never part of it.
Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just bored and need something to do. Roll the dice, see if I care.
Go on, O'Shaughnessy. We both did it. Yeah. Oh, all right. Tell you what. I want a super yacht. You know, one of those really massive yachts that's like a luxury apartment building on its side. Swimming pool on the deck, onboard cinema, Michelin star chef on retainer 24/7, please. And I'll be needing a ship's doctor, I expect.
Granted.
Whoa, there it is. God, it's enormous.
But beware ye.
Yep.
For though thou hast the big massive yacht,
yes,
your yacht shall never float.
Yeah, eh?
For it is too heavy.
Right.
Because the whole thing is filled from the hull to the mizzenmast with gold!
Oh, sweet! You've got to be kidding me! This is a total outrage!
Well, you two were right. It was getting a bit dull, wasn't it? All the AIDS.
But that's not fair! Give him AIDS as well! Oh, thanks very much.
No, that's your lot. I'm off now.
You smoky asshole! Your system of moral values is completely unreadable!
I know you are, but what am I?
It's all right, you two. People live totally healthy lives these days, right? Like you said, they live healthier lives with boats full of gold. That's true, right enough. Unbelievable.
Oh, hang on. AIDS is the one where your body parts go all rotten and drop off, right?
No. No, that sounds more like leprosy.
Leprosy. That's it. That's what you've got. All right, bye.
Oh, leprosy? What? You
See you later, masturbators.
Goddamn genie. What a turd. Well, either you two lepers want to eat a Michelin star meal on a super yacht filled with gold that's grounded in the middle of the Congolian rainforest? Yes, all right, so, yes, I suppose so. That sounds quite nice, actually.
Thank you.
There goes a finger. You know, this really isn't the bachelor party I had in mind, but at least it's exciting. Hello again, listeners. You find me in the metaphorical pret-a-manger of resignation, disconsolately sucking on the hoisin duck wrap of defeat. From everything we've heard in this episode, not to mention the answer phone contributions and the word of an actual demon from hell, it seems that the fact of the matter is, evil hasn't suddenly risen from the ashes. It's a fat spider that squats forever at the heart of all humanity, feasting on our fear and building its web stronger and stronger to ensure it can never be dethroned, like Simon Cowell. It seems that as humans, we just find it too easy to be depressed into inaction. The more we know about the terrible things going on in the world, the less likely we are to do anything about them, and the stronger that web of evil becomes. Not the best ending to a comedy show, no. You know, it's at times like this that there's only one person I can think of who could help. One little friend of mine who always seems to have just the right... I'm 11!
Not you.
Bye!
No, there's another little friend who always seems to have all the answers.
Hello, Mr. Tom. You look sad.
Oh, Wingnut!
Hello.
Hello, my name is Wingnut. I am a 5-year-old boy who helps you with your problems.
Good old Wingnut. You always do your own housekeeping.
You never know, it could be someone's first episode.
I know. But what are you doing here? You're not scheduled to do a segment.
No, my mummy brought me because I left my favourite Hot Wheels in the studio last time and I had to come and pick it up.
But did you find it?
Yes, it is a Ford Model T and I had left it by the fridge.
That's good.
If you have a problem, Mr. Tom, can I help? I love helping people with their problems.
Oh, well, I do have a problem, but it's so big I don't even know if you can help.
I always say, no problem too big, no rusk too stale.
Well, I'm looking at how much evil is being done in the world and I'm feeling powerless to stop it, but I'm also worried that everyone else in the world feels just as powerless as me, so they won't do anything about it either. And if that is how it is, I can't see any way that we can ever move forward and create a world that's better and kinder.
You like to keep me on my toes, don't you, Mr. Tom?
Yeah, I suppose I do, little guy.
In school, I have been learning about the ancient Egyptians.
Oh, yes.
And they are from thousands of years ago before now. Back then, they had slaves who they made drag big stones around to make pyramids. And there was one man who was Pharaoh, and people said he was God. So everyone had to do everything he said.
Yes, that's right.
And when Pharaoh died, they would say to his slaves, you have to go into his pyramid and be dead too to keep him company.
Yes, they did.
And they didn't have proper toilets either.
What's your point?
Well, if that was the past, and now we don't make alive people go in a pyramid, and we have toilets, then things have definitely got a bit better, haven't they?
Yes, I suppose.
There you go then. Things did get better. It took thousands of years, but in the end, we did get toilets.
Yes, we did. We did get toilets.
Also, when you looked sad, it reminded me of one time when my daddy was watching the wars on television and he looked sad and was shaking his head a lot over and over again. And my mummy said, you have been saying you would fix the lights in the kitchen for 3 weeks and it still is not done. And Daddy did a big roll of his eyes and a lot of grumbling, but he did go and fix the light in the kitchen and he stopped looking sad and shaking his head. And there was still a war, but now my mummy could make a cup of tea in the evening without having to get the torch. So it was not perfect, but it was better.
That's it. Not perfect, but better. Wingnut, you've cracked it again! What better formula could there be for beating despair than the hope of something better, coupled with a hard kick up the arse for moping about feeling sorry for yourself? We can't stop the wars on television, but we can fix the broken light. That way, we can make tea in the evenings. And someday, if we all fix all the broken lights in our kitchens, we will have toilets.
Daddy touched a wire and had to go to hospital.
Wingnut, you're a 5-year-old genius.
Always happy to be of assistance. I should go now. My mummy has to go to Pilates, and so I have to go be tolerated by my grandma for the evening.
Godspeed, young man.
Goodbye, Mr. Tom. I love you.
And we love you too. Well, listeners, I certainly feel a lot better. I may not be about to restore peace and order to the world, but I'm also much less likely to go to bed early eating biscuits out of the sleeve. So in that way, we've had a minor victory against the adversary. I suppose the truth of it is that for good to triumph, all that is necessary is that we listen to the Wingnuts and not the Simon Cowells. Besides, how could I ever really despair when I've got wonderful listeners like you tuning in, writing to me, and most of all, supporting the show on Patreon? Those people always fill me with hope, especially those who give a little bit more. My
executive producers.
James Rayliff, Sophie Walker, Paul Tiemann, Samantha Day and Peter Shanks, Purple Strawberry, Diggory Laycock, Brian Shymick, Andy Case, Meme, Kim M, Charlie Markley, Aileen Joins, Dr. The Eliminator, James Roberts, George Cantor, Tobias Anderson, Michaela McNally, Laurel Carlson, Rachel Delaney, Gigi Catherine, Amanda Waterman, Katrina Powers, and Matt Lutcock.
May all your kitchen lights be fixed. Yes, if you like what I do, the best way you can keep it going is to put your money where your ears are and donate as little as £3 per episode, and in return, you get all the bonus material ever released for the show, including outtakes, bonus episodes, short stories, artwork, exclusive live stream events, and much, much more. Sign up and get your goodies at patreon.com/Crowley-time. Well, it's almost time for me to go and fix the kitchen lights in my life. But first, I want to share something with you. Recently, I've had another amazing reason to be cheerful, thanks to some incredibly industrious listeners. Louise, Amanda, and Phil have banded together and put together the beginnings of an honest-to-goodness Crowley Time wiki. It's live now, and it's already an incredibly effective way to seek out which episodes contain your favourite characters, what messages came in on the answer phone, and what new link tangent law was introduced, and when. Check it out over at crowleytime.wiki and remind yourself that Nervous Beyoncé was in episode 19. Thank you, Louise, Amanda, and Phil. Truly, you are building the Library of Alexandria for the Fortnite generation. I'd also like to recommend another show. If you're the sort of person that likes Crowley Time, then you're smart, sophisticated, and sultry. But you're also likely to really enjoy the new podcast Leyline High Rewind, created by frequent Crowley collaborators Gemma Arrowsmith, Susan Harrison, and Thomas Nelstrop. Join our three heroes as they rewatch and reminisce about long-running British children's supernatural school drama Leyline High. Everyone remembers it, including you. Yes, you do. So look up Leyline High Rewind on your podcast app or go to leylinehigh.com to check out the first 3 episodes already available. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Other than that, I would also like to remind everyone that you still have one chance to see the first Crowley Time live episode, The Diponi Contingency, at this year's Edinburgh Fringe, 7:40 p.m. on Wednesday the 13th of August at the Pleasance Courtyard. I've got some very special guest stars confirmed for the gig already, so keep your ears glued to this podcast feed and your eyes glued to live.crowleytime.com for an announcement on that very soon. I'll be back soon to wish you a jolly mast, Chris, of course, and not too long after that, it'll be time for me to venture out again in search of some more faces of virtue. And not long after that, it'll be time to find out what's in store in the next Crowley Time live episode. It's an exciting time here at Crowley Towers, so stay tuned. And most of all, be sure you're keeping it squeaky. The next episode will be released when a new crisp flavour is discovered that doesn't just taste like spicy tomato dusted with cat litter. So make sure to subscribe, so you'll be alerted at the precise moment that happens. Everything you've just heard was made by me, Tom Crowley. Please submit all praise, questions or complaints to @atomcrowley on social media or email crowleytimepodcast@gmail.com. To help fund my new fanatical Church of Wingnutology, go to patreon.com/crowleytime and become a supporter today. Or go to crowleytime.com and buy some of this show's merchandise, its soundtrack album, or tickets to an upcoming live show. And remember, the wages of sin is death. But the wages of Sainsbury's start at £12 an hour, £12.80 in the London area. Isn't it time you thought about joining the Sainsbury's family? 9 for the price of 8 on pot yogurts for all employees. Sainsbury's.
500 miles
an hour, what 500 more to be the man. What 500 miles before that
I love you, Skeletor.
Oh, shut up.